Very good morning. Today we'll be studying about soil mechanics unit 1. As we all know, this is our revision class, so we'll be going with the basic introduction first. The soil mechanics based in the sense it is a branch which mostly deals with the physical and even also with the mechanical appliances. That means whatever the behavior of the soil which deals with this is known as the soil mechanics. And we'll see the definition of soil mechanics. The soil mechanics is one of the best engineering thing which this will be having an theoretical and even though the experimental behavior of the soil. That means which undergoes whenever the loads will be undergoing on it, there will be some gravitational force and even water and temperature also takes place. So because of that, there will be some theoretical and there also will be some experimental behaviors of the soil. So this is known as a soil mechanics. And even there the scientific who was first studied about this soil mechanics is known as Carl Thezages, and he also known as the father of soil mechanics because he started applying this all soil mechanic applications whenever the load is acting and how the gravitational force will be applying on that, and water temperature also is taken into consideration. So the study was started by Carl Thezages, and we also call him as the father of soil mechanics here. And now we'll see some of the definition of soil formation, how the soil is formed. As we all know, the soil is formed by different forms, inorganic and organic material which present on the ground, and even for a over long period, and that means the time duration takes place, and due to the weathering of some rocks and minerals, this soil formation will be done. Now let us see what is weathering. As we all know, weathering is nothing but it is a process of breaking down some rocks. As these rocks will be breaking down, so that there will be some erosion in that whenever they get breaks down. So the breaking down, such breaking down will be done by mostly by some mineral agents. So that mineral agents may be having some like minerals like ice, wind and gravity. Due to these all things, these mineral agents will be getting breakdown, and the weathering occurs to the movement by this the movement of rock occurs, so that the weathering occurs in this particular soil. And the first one is physical weathering. As we all know what is physical weathering, that means the breaking down of the rock with the direct contact. That means it will be direct contact with atmospheric conditions, whereas these atmospheric conditions will be of again four. The first one is heat, and due to the heat, that means heat temperature, if more heat is provided, there will be some distraction, so that you will be getting a physical weathering. And even for water, heavy rainfall water, also even floods, and or also even the continuous rainfall, due to this all you may get some atmospheric physical weathering also. Even ice, whereas ice like snowfall, ice, everything, because of that also weathering takes place. When the next one is pressure, as we go on applying some pressure to the particular thing, the weathering changes. So with this this is without any change in the chemical conditions, as means these are done physically by the nature itself. So this is nothing but physical weathering. As we all know, this physical weathering will be only for cohesionless soils. This cohesionless soils will be like sand and even gravel. The second one is chemical weathering. As we all know, chemical weathering is changing the decomposition, that means decomposition of the parent mineral rock. As we all know that parent mineral rock will be taking the new compounds, that means it is interacting with one soil particle to the other soil particles. As this soil particles may be like clay, silica particles, and even also carbonates and even iron oxides, so that because of that the chemical weathering changes. And the third one is rock cycle. As you all know, rock cycle is nothing but it is a continuous process which is modified by metamorphic rock. As we all know, sedimentary rock, igneous rock and metamorphic rock, that means all these rocks together will be combining and you will be forming a rock cycle here. And we'll be seeing the how this rock cycle of the rock materials, how it is forming. As I said, it is a process of igneous rock and sedimentary rock and some metals which are coming. The natural cycle which is continuously occurring to this is known as our rock cycle here. Now what is soil? As we all know, soil is some of the engineering point which will be definitely the engineers will be building some including all this how the earth crust will be there. According to that longer period ago, the soil is defined based upon the materials by building the structure to the thickness of the earth crust, so that we'll be considering these properties, how this foundation is supported to the particular soil mineral for the construction is known as soil here. And we'll be seeing the next is type of soils. As we all know, these types of soils, there are different types of soil. As we call this different types of soil based upon the geological, that is geological engineering point of view, we'll be taking into consideration how these soils are being classified. The first one is geological considerations. As this geological consideration, these have more properties. That means they will have a property of depositing in the underground, and it is also having that the depositing being developed, as means the geological properties will influence that whenever the properties will be geologically greatly influenced when the property gets behavior. And the glacier soil, as we all know, this name by the name glaciers, indicating that it is transferring from one place to another place by the action of deposition. As we all know, these depositions of rocks will be having for fragmentation, boulders, gravel, sand, slate, and various proportions also. And this heterogeneous mixtures of all sizes of particles is also taken into consideration. Whereas coming to the next one is residue soil. As this residual soil will be having an flat and surface weathering of rock also, there will be no tendency to moving from one place to other place. The weathering is higher than when other removal of rocks here also. And the next one is alluvial soil. As this alluvial soil is also known as transported deposited. These transport deposits is done by only by the water. That means it is done by the water. That means only from river to other locating parties, the alluvial soils will be moving. That means they will be mostly at the river beds itself. And whereas coming to the windblown soil, as we also call this windblown soil as alluvial soil, as this alluvial soil is also done by the wind. Whenever the wind blows from one place to the other place, there will be the deposition of such soil. As this windblown soil will be having two types again, that is dune soil and the other one is loose soil. As this dune soil is used for only for the construction purposes. Even nowadays we are using this dune soil for the construction purposes. Whereas this loose soil, these loose soils are such as slate, that is siliceous slate, and slate clay also is being used. Next coming to the corallial soil, as these soils is accumulated with the fragment and results of mechanism, that means the weathering of rock is known as alluvial soil here. And the next one is engineering considerations. How this engineering considerations is being taken place. This engineering considerations of engineering property, when the particular size, shape, and how the ranges of size from the dimensions will be taken into considerations of different types of particular size of a soil will be taking into considerations. As these different types of soils will be based on the MIT classifications. As we all know, this MIT classification is nothing but Methodology Institute of Technology is nothing but MIT. As we all know, this clay will be having an point, that means 0.002 mm. It is composed with somewhat lesser than this particle size. As this will be having a flaky and will not be considerable for any surface area. Next one is slit. As we all know, this slit will be varying from 0.6 mm. As this is the very finest particle which is raining, that means it will be ranging between the 0.022 and 0.06 mm. As this will be having like this clay will be having a very high capillarity, and there won't be any plasticity also, and very low strength. That means very dry strength also will be there in this particular type of soil. And this particular type of soil will be having the properties of either clay type of soils or also having the property of sand type of soils. As this also known as slightly cohesion soils, and this also have some friction type of materials also, like it has an exhibiting property of friction also. And the next one is sand. as the sand is 2 mm high. That means 2 mm it is taken into consideration. As the ranges, that means it is having a grey color also. That means they are also look like angular and boulder shape in their size. And next one is gravel. As we all know, this gravel varies from the size is 2 mm to 60 mm. And good foundation material, as we till today construct this gravel as a very good foundation material, and it has high frictional resistance also whenever we do it. And the last one is cobble and boulder. As we all know, these boulders are commonly known as the cobbles and boulders, and these are the more larger than this gravel. As I said, the gravel will be having the 60 mm size. That means it is cobblers and boulders will be having more than that. So that is the largest and gravel than the size. As cobblers generally ranges in the size from 600 mm to 200 mm. The materials will be more larger and designated as boulders. Why they call it as boulders? The next one is organic material. This organic material is nothing but the animals, whichever the animals will be remaining on the soil surface. Due to that, the plants decomposes slowly, that animals remains in. So because of the organic materials, the soil is also getting formation. As this, the soil types based on the grain size limits according to the ISTM, and also known as ISTM in the sense American Society for Testing and Machine Tools, and even AASHTO. Whereas this AASHTO is also one of the thing for the soil mechanics, where for nomenclature of the material to assign the grain size classification on unified soil classification tables also here. As we all know, this ASHO, that means the ASHO is nothing but this American Association of State Highway and Transport Officials of the soil also will be taken into consideration. And we will be completing till here and continue in the next class. Thank you everyone.